Lydia, and today I'm going to be showing you how I created this card using lots of masks to create a crowd, or a herd in this case. I'm going to be using this set from My Favourite Things, which is called The Whole Herd. Yours will look slightly different to mine, as I've re-stamped my images onto another piece of acetate so it would fit within this sleeve. So I've just moved the images around on the set to fit into a different format. I wanted to use the Happy Birthday from The Whole Herd sentiment, so I wanted to create a herd. So what I've done is I've taken a piece of scrap paper and I've stamped out my images the way that I want them. I haven't worried about them masking them off at this stage because I just wanted to know the placement of where I was going to put them. I then made some masks of the animals, stamping onto some sticky notes and then cutting around them. So I have my my scene that I want, that I'm going to create onto my piece of card, and also the masks already sorted. I've then created this piece of card that I'm going to be doing my stamping onto. It's a 4x4 piece and it's got stitching around the outside. To do this, what I've done is I've taken the large journaling die from Fawn and I've cut it normally through my machine, and then it would come out like that. And then what I've done then is I've marked off 4 inches along, and I've moved my piece of card over so it would cut again, and then it would cut that piece off. So I've got a 2 inch piece that I've just got rid of, and then I've got this 4x4 square with the nice rounded corners and the stitch detail around the outside. So I'm going to be referring to my herd that I have on the piece of scrap paper. So I'm going to bring that in so I can position my animals where I want them to be. So the first animals that you're going to stamp are going to be the ones in the foreground, because these are going to be the ones that are full, and then we're going to place the masks on top of these to stamp the ones behind. I'm using My Favourite Things hybrid ink, and this is the black licorice. This works really well for Copic colouring, so that's why I'm using this one. First I'm going to ink up my cow, as I feel that this would be the best way to start. So I'm going to go with the cow first. He needs off to the side, so I'm going to place him to the side and stamp down. Once I've stamped the cow, I'm just going to add the mask over it, as I don't want to be adding any lines over the full images. Okay, go. And then I'm going to move on to the chicken on the other side, and then I'm just going to place the chicken round about where it is on there, or straight under it. Clean off my stamp, and then I'm going to add the mask over the chicken. Move on to the pig. I think he's just going to be slightly behind the cow to fit them all in a bit better. As you can see, I've gone over the mask by stamping the pig, but because the mask was already in place, it looks like the pig is behind the cow now. And then for the first row, the last little animal is the little chick in front. Then you need to make sure all of the masks are in place before you stamp the back row of the horse and the goat. Make sure all your masks are in place before you stamp the back row of the goat and the horse. My goat is going to be in front of my horse on this picture, so I'm going to make sure I stamp my goat first and then the horse afterwards, after adding the mask to the goat. Once the goat's in place, add the mask on top of them. I've added the mask on top of the goat, and then I'm just going to add my horse in behind everyone else. Once you've finished stamping all of the animals, you can remove all of the masks and save these for another time. I saved mine on the back of my stamp set, so I know exactly where they are. Once I've stamped all the animals, I'm then going to stamp the sentiment in black underneath. Now it's time to colour in my critters, and I'm going to be using some Copic markers to do this. As the piece that we've created here is pretty detailed, I didn't want to take anything away from this, so I'm just going to be adding it onto a piece of card. Once I added it to my card blank, I then decided I wanted a tiny bit more detail in the background, so I have taken this stamp from Fawn, and this is, it is Gingham backdrops, and I'm using this large stamp here. Instead of using a different colour than something that wasn't already in my picture, I'm going to be using a soft yellow, so I'm not adding to any of the colour scheme. I'm just going to take one from there. Okay, so I have attached it to my stamp press, and I'm going to be taking a yellow ink and inking this up. You can see that I've missed a bit here, but I'm not going to worry too much about that because I think most of it will be covered with the piece that we just created. And also the distress look kind of goes with the look we were going for anyway. So I'm just going to line this stamp up again. I'm going to ink it up again. And then line it up so it lines up with the last one that I've just stamped. And then stamp it down again. It's quite an easy stamp to line up, so don't worry about it too much. And then one last piece along that. So my stamped panel is raised on my card blank. All I've done is I've added a piece of white funky foam to the back of my card panel before, and I've attached it with some super sticky tape, the red liner tape, just to keep it in place. And there we go, finished. I really hope you've enjoyed watching this video on how to create crowds or herds with masks. If you have any questions, please leave a comment and I'll get back to you. Thank you so much for watching and have a beautiful day.